Hello, my dear students. Very pleasant good morning to you all. Hope all of you are keeping fine and doing well. I'm so happy that sometimes some of you just say hello to me, send a few notes, and so I'm very happy for that one. Yes, dear students, let us do the revision of our class, and hope you have watched the previous video class, and today let us continue from Act 5, Scene 1, this revision class, test number 40 to 100, and the characters present again here are only Prospero and Ariel, and this particular scene is taking place right in front of the cell of Prospero in the island, and the context, what is the context? The context is that Prospero is getting ready to forgive his enemies. That is the thing. So, in our previous class, the last part, you have understood that seeing the pitiable condition of king and his associates, Prospero became so soft or merciful in his heart, and he plans to release them from their magical spell. We are on again continuing our class, that is on page number 32, 132 in my test. It may be different from your book. But what we are going to learn here, now Prospero is planning to bring an end to his magical powers. Thus he plans to bring an end. So he also plans to give freedom to the spirits who were always supporting our Prospero. On test number 36, Prospero, ye yells of hills, brooks, standing lakes and groves, and ye that on the sands with printless food do chase the ebbing Neptune, and do fly him when he comes back, you demi-puppets that by moonshine do the green sour ringlets make, whereof the eve not bites, and you whose pastime is to make midnight mushrooms, that rejoice to hear the solemn curfew, by whose aid weak masters though ye be, you be, I have bedimmed the noontide sun, called forth the mountain winds, and twist the green sea, and the shrewd valet said roaring war, to the dread rattling thunder have I given fire, and rifted jaws out with his own bolt, a strong base promontory have I made shake, and by the spurs plucked up the pine and cedar, graves at my command have waked their sleepers, opened and let them forth by my so potent art. Now that's a long sentence. What our Prospero is saying, Prospero is just thanking the spirits for whatever wonderful works they have done. Though the spirit seems invisible, tiny, and so tender and soft, with their miraculous power, our Prospero was able to perform superb magical shows in his life. So he is thanking each of them. Please look at the text once again. I will, yes, Prosperos, you are spirits of hills, rivers, lakes, and groves. You spirits who stand on the sand with your feet but leave no footprints on it. You spirits, you stand on the sand but at the same time you don't leave your foot impression. You chase the ebbing tides. When the tides come from the ocean or the sea, you travel on them and of the sea and run away from when they return. And when the waves return back to the sea, you run away from them. You are tiny creatures, so small creatures who make green rings on the grass. You tiny creatures who make tiny rings on the grass when you dance in a circle under the moonlight. On such grass the sheep refuse to graze. You spirits whose pastime is to grow mushrooms at midnight, and who take delight in hearing the sacred sounds of the evening bell. Though you may be weak and small, though you look so small and weak, it is with your help that I have managed to darken the sun at noon. Even with your help, I have made the moon to darken at night, caused storms because of your power. I have raised storms and created war between the green sea and the blue rainbow in the sky. That means with all these are the wonderful things our Prospero has done with the help of these tiny spirits. I made lightning as frightening as the rattling thunder, and I have split open the robust oak tree with Jupiter's thunderbolts. The tree is very sacred to him. Even with the magical power, I have splitted the oak tree, which is so fond or so loved by Jupiter. I have made the firm-rooted oaks, even the firm-rooted oak tree, to fall down, shake with shudder fear, and have uprooted the pine and cedar trees. I have uprooted. At my orders, graves have opened. As I have given the command, the graves are opened, and you made the sleepers, the dead people, to come out, waking the ghosts inside, the permitting them to come out, all through my powerful magic. But these powers now I give up. Now finally, our Prospero is going to end all this type of magical powers. I have asked you, yes, but these powers now I give up. When I have asked you to some heavenly music, which even now I do ask, to influence the minds of those whom this charm is intended. Once this is achieved, I will break my rod. Rod means the magical stick, magical wand, and bury it many fathoms deep in the earth. I will sink my book, the book of magic, deeper than any sailor's plumb line has ever sounded the depth of the sea. That is, plumb line is the measuring rope that is put down to the sea to measure the depth of the sea. So Prospero is saying that I am going to break my magical wand, and I am going to bring an end to my magical power, and of course I am going to bury my book very deep of the very bottom of the sea. Now, as he was planning about these things, then suddenly he heard some sound. Re-enter Ariel after him. Alonso, with a frantic gesture, attended by Gonzalo, Sebastian, and Antonio, in like manner, attended by Adrian and Francisco. They all enter the circle which Prospero had made, and there stand charmed which Prospero's observing speaks. Now, a few tests before we had learned that Prospero had asked our Ariel to bring this king and his associates, and they are back here. Now, they all are made to stand in the magical circle that is made by our Prospero. Now, seeing their frantic condition, mental state, crazy condition, he says, a solemn air at the best comforter to an unsettled fancy cure the brains. May solemn music, which is the remedy for healing a troubled mind, cure your brains. Now useless boil within thy skull. Now they are Alonso, Sebastian, Antonio, their mind is totally confused. They have gone abnormal. There stand for your spell stop. You are standing there because you are magically circle. Holy Gonzalo, honorable man, now he looks at each person and he addressed them. But those people are not in a position to recognize our prosperity. Excuse me. Holy Gonzalo, honorable man, my eyes even sociable to the shore of thine. My Gonzalo, seeing your pitiable, helpless condition, even my eyes shed tears, drops, followly drops. The charm dissolved apace. The charm, that is the magic, is losing its power because Prospero has almost given up his magical powers. The charm dissolves apace, and as the morning steals upon the night, as the morning light causes the darkness to disappear, melting the darkness, so their rising senses begin to chase the ignorant fumes that mantle their clear reasons. Same way, good Gonzalo, honorable man, my eyes out of human feelings shed tears of sympathy. The magic is losing its power, and as morning replaces night, removing the darkness, so their awakened sensibility begins to remove the ignorance which clouds their reasoning. Oh, good Gonzalo, you were the true preserver of my life. You have to remember, Gonzalo is the one who protected the life of Prospero and his daughter. You are loyal to your leader. I will ensure that you are repaid for your kindness both in words and deeds. So Prospero plans to give some gift to our Gonzalo. And Alonso, now he is addressing to Alonso. Alonso, use mostly cruelly thou. Yes, most cruelty didst thou, Alonso, king of Naples. Use me and my daughter. You have treated both of us very badly. Thy brother was a furtherer in the act, and even your brother Sebastian supported you in expelling me from the dukedom of Milan. Thou art pinned forth now, Sebastian, false and flesh and blood. Even you have tried to kill your own brother, Alonso, your brother mine, that now again he is addressing our Antonio, the brother of Prospero, that entertained ambition, expelled remorse and nature, because and Sebastian, whose inward would here have killed your king. You and Sebastian, Antonio and Sebastian, both of them have tried to kill Alonso the king. I do forgive thee. Even you have done that much, I am even ready to forgive thee. Unnatural though thou art, you are unnatural, because naturally no brother will try to take the life of the other one. So Sebastian and Antonio, both of them have tried to take the life of their own brother. Thus Prospero calls them as unnatural. Their understanding begins to swell. Now slowly and slowly, King Alonso and other peoples, their reasoning is coming into normalcy, and the approaching tide will shortly, the tides will shortly fill the reasonable shore that now lies full of foul and muddy. Their mind is so much confused. Their life and brain is so much confused. Slowly and slowly, their Prospero is clearing the mental condition of these people. Not one of them that yet looks on me, yet they are standing right in front of our Prospero, but nobody recognizes them or would know me. They are not recognized. Ariel, now our Prospero is giving another command to Ariel: go and bring my robe and my dagger. Yes, fetch me the hat and rapier in myself. Rapier means the short sword that Duke used to wear. Yes, I will disguise me. I will disrobe. I will remove my magical robe, and I will wear the cloak or the costume of the Duke of Milan, and I will present myself as the Duke of Milan before them. I will disguise me, disrobe, remove my magical robes, and myself present as I was sometime Milan. Quickly, spirit, thou shalt ere long be free. You too will be free immediately. Now re-enter Ariel, who sing while helping to attire Prospero. Now Prospero removes his magical robe and he tries to wear the dress of the Duke of Milan. Now, with this happiness, when Ariel heard that he is going to be free soon, out of happiness he sings. Let us see. Where the bee sucks, there suck I thee. In a cowslip's bell I lie. There I couch when owls do cry. On the bat's bike I do fly. After summer merrily, merrily, merrily shall I live now under the blossom that hangs on the bough. What a wonderful song. Let us understand the meaning of this song. Then we will wind up the class. Just for another minute. Re-enter Ariel, who sings while helping to attire Prospero, dress up. Where bees suck honey, there I suck too. In the cowslip flower, that's a type of flower, I make my bed. There I hide when the owls hoot, hooting of the owls. Ullu chilate hai, yes. On the back of a bat I fly. I fly on the back of the chimgalan, yes. Merrily in pursuit of summer, I shall live merrily now under the shade of flowers that hang on the branch. So what a wonderful thing. So dear students, what we have learned, the long speech in which Prospero, first part, he thanks all his spirits for helping him to perform wonderful magic, and he finally just thanks each of them by telling what all things Prospero could do with their help and support. Then in the second part, what you have learned, that is, he asks our Ariel to bring Alonso and his associates, and they all are brought, and really Prospero feels sympathy for each of them, especially to Gonzalo and Alonso. And even he tells Sebastian, the brother of Alonso, and Antonio, brother of Prospero, and calls them even unnatural because they tried to kill. Now finally, our Prospero asks Ariel to go, and finally he also decides to bring an end to his magical powers. He plans to break the magical wand, then remove his magical robe, bury the magical books, and all those things he is planning. And now friendly he is speaking. At the end of the class, what we have learned, see, all these people, Alonso and his associates, they all are right in front of our Prospero, and they all are in a magical circle, but they are unable to recognize Prospero. So he is ready to show himself as the Duke of Milan. Now he told Ariel also, yes, I am going to give you free. Hearing that, he was so happy, and he started to sing the delight of his heart. Yes, dear students, hope you have understood the class. It was just a revision. I have taught you all these things. So please remember, you have learned test number 40 to 100. And tomorrow in our next class, we will continue our learning. Meanwhile, if you have got any clarifications or confusions, please get back to me so that we can have a discussion. This is just a video class, and we will be clarifying our doubts through the live Zoom class from tomorrow onwards. Until we meet again for the next class, stay home, stay protected. Bye. Those are here. Thank you.